A couple of months ago, like literally probably 3-4 months ago, I placed an order. I'm picking up all my plants tomorrow, my order of plants tomorrow. And I am kind of feeling like I just realized like tomorrow I'm gonna come home with a bunch of plants. And I am feeling a little bit stressed about it. Like, do you see this? I'm also feeling so stressed, but this is gonna be so crazy. I'm gonna have so many new plants to take home, and it's gonna be at an orchid festival or an orchid show or something at a zoo. So I'm really excited. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. It's gonna be a very exciting day. I got everything plus 2 little extras. Now we just gotta take them home and hope they're okay. Okay guys, I'm home. I have the package. I'm so excited to take a look at what I got because like I mentioned, I ordered these literally months ago, probably 3, maybe even 4 months ago. And I'm very excited. I got into my comfy clothes because I feel like I'm gonna be here a while, trying to help these plants survive their journey. Okay, first one. We're gonna start off with this small one, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about experience picking these up. So it was at a zoo, and I was gonna film. I brought my camera and everything, but there was literally so many people. I already saw what plant this is. Okay, we're gonna pause on that story and let's talk about this plant that I got. So this one, I don't know, man. I was kind of on one when I ordered it because this is, I feel like, such a hard plant, a difficult plant to care for. I don't know if I could do it, to be honest. Okay, so it was also the most expensive plant. I'm so worried. I'm so worried for all these plants. Okay, let's try to gently, oh my god. Okay, if you guessed, this is an oblique. An oblique. I bought an oblique, you guys. Am I crazy? Yeah. I literally have never seen this plant in person, and now it's right in front of me. And I remember I used to think it was kind of a dumb plant because I was like, bro, it's a crazy Adansonii. But I bought one, and opinions change, people change. So here I have one. We're not gonna look at the roots right now. I think I'm gonna put that in a separate video on acclimating the plants. But yeah, there is yellow, there are yellow leaves. The newest leaf is yellow, which I was expecting this, but there's a solid green one right here, and this is my favorite leaf. You guys, I have a oblique. Remember when this was the rarest plant ever? That was wild. I have the once upon a time rarest plant ever, but it just goes to show, wait till the prices drop. Okay, so I don't know how we're gonna surpass that plant because, okay, honestly, I remember thinking how dumb the plant looked, like what is going on with this oblique hype, because it looked to me like a sick Adansonii, but seeing it in person, it looks so cool. This is such, it does not look like an Adansonii, let me tell you what. This does not look like an Adansonii. Whoa. This is crazy. Okay, moving on to the next plant. Too much time spent on one plant. So that's one, and don't worry, I'll tell you guys the prices and stuff, but right now I just need to make sure everything's okay. I cannot wait. Oh, the new leaf still looks okay. When that new leaf comes out, oh my goodness. So I believe this is an El Chaco philodendron. I feel like this plant is insane. I kind of feel like it's too good for me. Do you get that vibe as well from this plant? This literally looks so beautiful. I do not have a philodendron or a plant. I probably do have plants with leaves this big, but look. You guys, this is so stunning. I really hope the roots are okay. It's gonna be so sad if these leaves fall, which I'm assuming they will. It's gonna be so heartbreaking. If you guys remember when I bought my Gloriosum, it was so exciting seeing how beautiful and gorgeous the leaves were, and now it still has tiny leaves. But oh my god, I really hope that I can rehab the plant well enough for it to get good leaves like that again. Okay. Oh, it comes with the label. Okay, let's see. Philodendron rubri juvenile. I think that's a red. It might not be. I didn't even look at the back of the leaves. I was just so stunned. That is literally the most gorgeous plant that I own. The Oblique is funky. It's like one of the funkiest plants that I own, and this one is the most gorgeous, like pillowy, velvety leaves. Okay, so it has a label. That's great. Did they just expect me to know this was an Oblique? They're like, anyone who bought this, they know what it is. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see. Oh, they're all labeled. Okay, so this. I feel like I have so many plants that look like this now. Oh my god, this thing has so many leaves and they're all so floppy. This is a Soderoy, Philodendron Soderoy. This is kind of not what I was expecting, but it is still so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I think I was really going between this and a, I don't remember what the other plant was, but so many of these plants, I was like, oh, should I get this one or this one, this one or this one? Because I was like, girl, we gotta stop at a certain price point, you know what I mean? I went very crazy. When you guys see the prices, you're gonna be like, so. Those are two. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed just seeing how they lie flat on the ground. Like this one is pretty like standing up, it's doing fine, but the other two, they are laying like pieces of paper flat on the ground. It's very stressful to see them that way. I do want to show you guys how, oh. Okay, I was going between the Soderoy and the Mamii, and I guess I bought them both. This is literally like Christmas because I don't remember what I bought. The payment went through long ago, so it's literally like Christmas for me right now. But how they're packaged, they're in these paper bags. Some of them have paper in it, but some of them don't. And they have a label on them, and it's taped so that the moss is kind of stuck. So what I've just been doing is opening the bag and then ripping it from the side so I don't have to go in. Oh, I saw the leaf. Go in and pull them out. Because if you do that, it's literally a plant in a bag. This is so gorgeous. Look at these leaves. Look how thick this stem is. Don't mind my nails, by the way. Oh my god, don't look at my nails. Look how thick this stem is. But honestly, their stems are very thickums. Like, this is good stuff, man. I could root these probably if the roots aren't looking good, which I don't know, but we'll see. This leaf is definitely done. Sad. And then, oh, they're so gorgeous. Okay, let's, this is so beautiful. So I got two. You can tell I love philodendrons with huge leaves and kind of like that sparkle. It's not sparkly. It is kind of sparkly though. That kind of like Scindapsus flare, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I have two more in here. So this one, okay, this is the plant that got this whole thing started. So someone in my comments recommended to me that I buy an Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry Bulbophyllum orchid, and immediately, because someone recommended it to me and I love orchids, I went online. So I was looking at different nurseries. Orchids are kind of weird, like they're not as easy to find a specific orchid as it is to find like a specific philodendron or aroid or something, or Hoya, you know what I mean. I found it on Equigenera, and that was Ecuagenera. I don't know. I've only heard people say it in Spanish, so we're just gonna keep saying it like that. And so I ordered it on there, and then I was like kind of looking around the website, and I was like, this is very cheap. And I kept looking around, and I started making a cart and everything, but I just put it away. I only ordered this Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry. Obviously right now it's not looking very intriguing because it doesn't have any flowers, but I'll put a picture of how the flowers are supposed to look. Look at these aerial roots. I think this will be easy to root. A month later, I was like, I'm gonna go crazy buying plants right now because I really wanted more plants. And as you can see, I did go crazy. We'll see if I end up regretting it, but you guys know how cheap I am. So I specifically ordered it for pickup at this orchid show they were having at a zoo. I feel like I didn't explain this very well, so I'm just gonna go ahead and explain it now. They have 2 options for shipping. You could either get it shipped to your door, or you could get it shipped to, like if they're having a pop-up, you could ship to a location where they're gonna be anyways, so they just bring their plants with them, I guess. And getting it shipped to your door is much more expensive than picking your plants up at a pop-up like I did. You already know I don't like paying shipping, so I definitely opted for the pickup. And they have a bunch of pop-ups around, but you do have to wait until there's one in your area, and that's why it took me like 3 months before I was able to pick up my plants. And I did want to go to that orchid show anyway, so I was like, oh my gosh, I could go see the orchids, I could pick up my plants, it's gonna be a win-win. And yeah, I remember thinking when I saw the shipping fee to my house, I was like, okay, that is literally another plant I could buy. And then when I changed it to pickup, it was probably only like $3, so it was worth it to me, and I got to go to the zoo and see all the cute animals. But yeah, I hope that explains better. So I ordered my plants to the zoo, and that's why in my previous videos I was hinting at like I'm about to get a bunch of plants. Like I went crazy ordering plants, and now they're finally here. So I went to go pick them up at the zoo. And okay, this plant I was very hesitant to get because I have 2 anthuriums, and one of them is thriving. She loves it here, she's doing the best ever, and the other one is right here, and as you can see, she is not thriving. She is crispy tips all the time and not doing well. But this anthurium is so beautiful, and I was like, I gotta get it. So it's called an Anthurium Warckianum. I believe that it is called a king anthurium or a queen, I don't remember, but we're about to take a peek. I'm so worried about this plant. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm feeling better because I have my other anthurium is, I think it's a Pallidiflorum. I keep on getting the name mixed up with something else, but it kind of reminds me of this. This is like a beautiful veined version of the Pallidiflorum, and I think the leaves get bigger too. But look at this sparkly leaf. That sheeny, beautiful leaf. I'm so nervous for this plant. I really hope it's doing well. That is so stunning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's my haul. That's my pickup haul. That is so pretty. Okay, so there we go. And those are the plants that I got from Ecuagenera, and we'll see how they end up doing. But like I mentioned, I was at an orchid show, so I did pick up some other things, surprisingly though, not orchids. I really wanted to film there, but there were so many people, and I'm very tall, I'm very big, my camera's very big, and I do have to film slowly so that you guys aren't like spinning around. So I was just like, okay, I think I'm not gonna film. I even went back later to see if there were less people, and there were less people, but not enough less for me to be able to film. So I didn't get to film, unfortunately. But I did want to buy some orchids, but I am a very slow shopper, and like I mentioned, there were tons of people. I also like to compare plants and stuff, which is not easily done when there's so many people, and I just didn't want to be in anyone's way. So I only got 2 things, but I am very excited because these are things that I wanted. So this one here is a Hoya rotundiflora, and I have been wanting one of these babies because look at how cute and wonky these leaves are. I feel like I really gravitate to either plants that are extremely beautiful and luscious or really wonky and cute looking. As you can see, this is one of the wonky and cute looking ones. So I'm very excited to watch it grow. I have been doing really well with my Hoyas lately, so I was like, I'm gonna get it. And then, oh, this was $20 for this baby. Yes. And then last but not least, I got this beautiful, gorgeous, and stunning Huperzia. What kind of Huperzia carinata Nara. This was only $30. $30 for this Huperzia. First of all, I have tried finding these online before. It was not happening. And then second of all, I was expecting it to be like $60 when I saw it, and it was only $30, and that's why I bought it. Look how beautiful it is. What I'm very worried about though is that this is, I think it's a type of fern. I think it's called like a tassel fern. Look how gorgeous it is. It keeps dividing, well, not dividing, but branching as it gets bigger. So you guys, it is so soft too. I keep on petting it, and I can pet it because it's my plant. So I love it so much. Okay, but like I said, I'm worried about it because it needs very high humidity, and it needs to be watered 24/7. Like the moss, I'm gonna keep it in moss, and the moss needs to be damp. Like the moss cannot dry out with this plant, and that is gonna be my biggest struggle. And I think it's worth it for this plant because look how pretty. I'm so happy. I literally never thought that I would get one, at least in, I don't know, I wasn't expecting to get one. So I'm very excited about that. But that is what we have for today's plant haul. I'm gonna get the prices for you guys so you can hear how they are. But I'm also gonna kind of explain because I didn't know when I ordered from them. I didn't know. Sorry if you hear barking in the background, but I didn't know like what Ecuagenera was all about because like I said, their prices are incredibly cheap. So I think they pretty much are just a vendor, like, and they cut out the middleman. So it's just like a wholesale vendor in Ecuador selling to you, and that's how they get their prices so cheap. If I'm wrong about any of this, please let me know. And I think they're opening a location too in California, and yeah, the guy told me they are, and I actually am gonna go there, so keep an eye out for that video. So that's how they can get their prices so cheap. But the thing is, since it's shipping to you all the way from Ecuador, these plants, first of all, they're used to living in the full, you know, the whole thing. Ecuador climate is prime what they need, and then they're coming here to California. First of all, that's a very far flight that they had to go through, and they were shoved in bags, which they also had to go through. So I have to hope I can keep these alive, which these do look incredibly healthy, and they look very mature too, except for I didn't want to spend extra to get this guy bigger, so I just bought a little seedling, because you can pay to get just seedlings, which makes it cheaper, but I was like, no, I want mature plants. So yeah, let me get you guys the prices. Okay, time to go over the prices. We're gonna go from cheapest to most expensive because I feel like that's a little bit exciting. This plant right here, this big one, don't mind my gloriosum, right here, was $19. And I bought it for seedlings, but you can see this guy is very big, much bigger than a seedling. My Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry was $25. Pretty good, in my opinion. And the Soderoy right here was $28. And I bought it at a medium size. It's pretty big, honestly. If it was hydrated, you would probably be able to see how big it is. It would be standing up more upright. You know how it is. And then tied at $35 is my red Rejuvenile philodendron, which is so beautiful and it's so large. It also is still hydrating. Everything's still hydrating pretty much. And it's tied with my Anthurium warqueum. This one is a seedling, and yes, it looks like a seedling. And last but not least, my Oblique was $160, which, if you think about it, I think is a really good price. It's shocking how cheap these plants were. That's all that I have for you today. I'm so excited by all the plants I got. They all have come in such wonderful condition. I am going to end the video out here because we're going to end this on a happy note without knowing how the roots look. And that's going to be in the next video because this video is just going to be so extremely long if I leave it here. So if you care to see how these plants acclimate and how I'm taking care of them, you can continue watching the next videos. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really sorry I didn't get any footage from the orchid show because they had a lot of cool plants there as well, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So yeah, thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.